Confidence has nothing to do with being the loudest voice in the room. It's not about seeking attention, collecting approval, or constantly trying to prove your value. True confidence is quiet. It's calm. It's steady. It's the kind of inner strength that makes people notice you without you ever asking to be seen. The highest level of confidence is simple. Nothing controls you. Nothing triggers you. Nothing shakes you. Most people spend their lives reacting to criticism, to rejection, to noise, to the opinions of others. And with every reaction, they give away a piece of their power. But when you learn to react to nothing, you stop leaking energy. You become grounded, untouchable. You move through the world with a presence that feels rare and quietly intimidating because it cannot be faked. In this audiobook, you will learn how to build that kind of confidence. You'll discover how to silence self-doubt, regulate your emotions, detach from outcomes, and carry yourself with the authority of someone who needs nothing and fears nothing. Each chapter offers practical steps and timeless principles that will transform not only how you see yourself, but also how others respond to you. This is not about pretending. This is about becoming. So take a deep breath, clear your mind, and prepare to step into the strongest version of yourself. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Stop explaining yourself. One of the fastest ways to weaken your confidence is by constantly explaining yourself. Think about it. How often do you give long, unnecessary explanations just to avoid being judged? You arrive late, and instead of simply saying, "Thank you for waiting," you deliver a full story about traffic, alarms, and excuses. Someone questions your decision, and suddenly you feel the urge to justify every detail, just to be understood. Here's the truth. Confident people don't live in apology mode. They don't scramble to defend every choice they make. Why? Because they understand that their worth is not open for debate. When you stop over-explaining, your words gain weight. Your presence gains respect. This isn't about being rude or dismissive, and it's definitely not about arrogance. It's about knowing when clarity is enough. Instead of defending your choices, you stand by them. When asked why, you don't need a speech. A simple, calm answer is powerful. I chose this because it works for me. And then you stop. No over-justifying, no backtracking, just certainty. Every time you over-explain, you send an unspoken message, "I need your approval to feel okay." But every time you keep it short and grounded, you send a stronger message, "I don't need permission to be myself." For the next week, here's your challenge. Catch yourself in the moment you start adding unnecessary explanations and pause. Say less. Stand firm. Let your confidence speak for you. Excuses or long explanations. Stop. Replace them with words that are clear, grounded, and final. "I won't be able to do that. I've chosen a different path. That doesn't align with me." And then, be quiet. Let the silence do the work. Silence has weight when it comes from certainty. At first, this will feel uncomfortable. Your mind will rush to fill the gap. You'll want to soften your words, explain yourself, make it easier for others to accept. Resist that urge. Because something powerful happens when you don't. The less you explain, the stronger you become. People begin to listen differently. They respond with more respect, and most importantly, you start respecting yourself. This is where dangerous confidence begins, not with loud gestures, but with a small internal shift. Stop defending every decision. Stop over-justifying your choices. Trust yourself. Stand by what you say. The moment you no longer feel the need to explain yourself to everyone, you've already stepped into a version of yourself that is harder to shake. Chapter 2. Master your inner voice. If you want unshakable confidence, you must first master the voice you hear the most, the one inside your own mind. That voice is shaping your reality every day. It can be your greatest ally or your quiet destroyer. And here's what most people never understand. The way you speak to yourself in private always shows up in how you carry yourself in public. If your inner dialogue sounds like, "I'm not enough," or "I always mess things up," or "everyone is judging me," then when you enter a room, your body follows that story. You become tense, unsure, and small. But change the voice. "I've handled worse. I can figure this out. I belong here." Now you walk into the same room differently, calmer, grounded, alert. Same person, different inner narrative, completely different outcome. Confidence doesn't begin with praise, achievements, or recognition. It begins in the mind. It begins with the words you allow to repeat inside your head. You may not control what others say about you, but you always control what you say to yourself. The biggest mistake people make is waiting for life to validate them first. They tell themselves, "Once I succeed, then I'll feel confident," or "Once I'm respected, then I'll believe in myself." But confidence doesn't work that way. You don't wait for evidence, you create it. You start speaking to yourself like someone who deserves respect, and your actions rise to match that belief. Here's the truth. Your mind responds to repetition. Whatever you say consistently becomes your reality. Repeat weakness, and you slowly shrink. Repeat strength, calm, and capability, and you grow into those words. Your inner voice acts like a thermostat. Set it low, and no matter how much success you touch, you fall back down. Set it high, and even pressure can't keep you small. So, how do you take control of it? You start by noticing it. Pay attention to the silent comments you make throughout the day. When you make a mistake, do you attack yourself or do you correct yourself? When you look in the mirror, do you search for flaws or do you acknowledge growth? These moments seem small, but they are shaping the confidence you live with every day. These thoughts shape everything. The goal is not forced positivity. You don't need to tell yourself that everything is perfect. Dangerous confidence is not self-deception. It's about choosing strength in your words, even when life feels messy. It's about using language that builds you instead of breaking you down. For example, instead of saying, "I can't handle this," you say, "This is challenging, but I'll work my way through it." Instead of "I always fail," you remind yourself, "Every setback is teaching me something that makes me sharper." When you begin guiding your inner voice rather than letting it run unchecked, something powerful happens. You stop collapsing under pressure. Criticism doesn't hit as hard. Rejection loses its grip. Why? Because your mind is no longer attacking you, it's supporting you. Your inner voice becomes your backup, not your enemy. Here's a simple challenge. For the next 30 days, every morning, say these 3 lines out loud. I respect myself. I can handle whatever today brings. I don't need anyone's approval to move forward. It may feel awkward at first. Say them anyway. Watch how your posture changes. Notice how your energy shifts in conversations. Pay attention to how you step into situations with more calm and certainty. Your inner voice is the foundation of your confidence. Master it, and confidence stops being something you perform. It becomes something you feel, deeply and naturally. And once you feel it, no one can take it from you. Because here's the truth. Confidence doesn't begin when others believe in you. It begins the moment you believe in yourself. And that belief starts with the voice in your head. Chapter 3. Build respect before confidence. Every form of lasting confidence rests on one principle. You cannot feel powerful if you don't respect yourself. Self-respect comes first. Without it, confidence is just a performance, a mask worn for others, while doubt remains underneath. But when self-respect is real, confidence stops being an act. It becomes your identity. Think about how you treat people you respect. You listen to them, you value their time, you trust their judgment. Now ask yourself, honestly, do you treat yourself the same way? Or do you criticize yourself constantly, ignore your needs, and allow others to cross your boundaries because deep down, you don't believe you deserve better? Here's the reality. The way you treat yourself teaches the world how to treat you. If you disrespect your own time, others will follow. If you speak harshly to yourself, you'll tolerate others doing the same. But when you raise your standards for yourself, people feel it. They respond differently. They behave differently around you. This is where dangerous confidence starts taking form. Self-respect doesn't come from massive achievements. It's built through small, consistent choices that tell your mind, I matter. Keeping promises to yourself, following through when you say you will, walking away from situations that violate your values. Each of these actions strengthens you from the inside. When you wake up early because you committed to it, that's respect. When you leave a toxic conversation instead of trying to win it, that's respect. And with every act of self-respect, confidence grows quietly, but powerfully. Approval, that's respect. When you draw a boundary and don't back down, that's respect. Each of these choices may seem small from the outside. Most people won't even notice them, but together they create something powerful inside you, a deep, unshakable trust in yourself. And once you trust yourself, confidence no longer needs effort. It flows naturally. Here's the principle. Respect yourself first, and the world will adjust. You stop chasing recognition. You stop explaining who you are or proving your value. You already know it. And because you know it, others begin to feel it. If you want confidence that actually lasts, don't start with empty motivation or fake affirmations. Start with respect. Respect in how you speak to yourself. Respect in how you carry yourself. Respect in the standards you refuse to lower. Confidence without self-respect is hollow, but self-respect, practiced daily, eventually overflows into confidence so solid it cannot be shaken. And once you build that, no one can take it from you. Chapter 4. Eliminate the need for approval. One of the biggest confidence killers is the constant hunger for approval. You know the feeling, that quiet question running in the background. Do they like me? Do they agree with me? Am I enough in their eyes? It's subtle, but it controls lives. People dress for reactions instead of comfort. They post online not to express, but to be validated. They chase compliments, avoid criticism, and feel crushed when the applause doesn't come. Here's the danger. When your confidence depends on approval, it is always fragile. Approval can be given, and it can be taken away. One day, people support you. The next day, they doubt you. If your self-worth rises and falls with their reactions, you become a puppet pulled by opinions you can't control. The truth is simple. No one owes you approval, and no opinion has the right to define your worth. When you remove the need for approval, you reclaim your freedom. You stop performing for acceptance. You start living with honesty. You stop shaping your life around expectations and start building a life that actually fits you. That's where dangerous confidence is born. Think about the people you truly respect. Are they the ones trying to please everyone, or the ones who stand firm even when others disagree? It's always the second, because real strength isn't about being liked by all. It's about being grounded enough to stand alone. Now, let's be clear. There's nothing wrong with appreciating praise. There's nothing wrong with enjoying recognition. The problem begins when you need it. The moment your value depends on approval, you give your power away. You hand others control over your emotions. And people change their opinions quickly. So how do you break this habit? Start small. Practice saying no without adding explanations. Make choices based on what feels right to you, even if others don't understand. Remind yourself daily, their approval is optional. My self-respect is not. At first, some people won't like the change. They may push back. They may question you. Let them. Because every time you choose yourself over approval, your confidence gets stronger. They may label you arrogant. They may call you selfish or stubborn. Stay steady. Because with time, those same people will respect you far more than they ever did when you were shrinking yourself for their approval. Why? Because people might enjoy it when you seek their validation, but they admire you when you don't need it. Dangerous confidence is born the moment you enter a room and stop asking, will they like me? Instead, you ask, am I respecting myself in how I show up here? That single shift changes everything. You stop performing, you stop pleasing, you step into leadership. The world doesn't need another person chasing likes, begging for applause, or waiting to be chosen. The world responds to the person who moves forward without permission. The one who doesn't depend on approval to feel complete. The one who acts as if everything they need is already inside them. And that person can be you. The day you stop chasing approval, you gain a new kind of freedom. You stop reacting to every comment, every look, every opinion. You start living by your own standards. And that's when people truly notice you. Not because you demand attention, but because confidence that needs nothing cannot be ignored. That is dangerous confidence. Chapter 5. Choose silence over emotion. One of the clearest signs of real confidence isn't how loud you can be, it's how calm you can remain. Most people mistake strength for dominance. They think power means having the last word, proving a point, or winning every argument. But true strength often looks quieter. It's the ability to stay composed, to stay grounded, to refuse being dragged into emotional chaos. Think about how often people lose their power because they couldn't stay silent. Someone criticizes them and they lash out. Someone disrespects them and they explode. Someone challenges them and they rush to defend themselves. In those moments, they believe they're being strong, but what they're really showing is this: their emotions are in control. And when emotions lead, power disappears. Silence is different. Silence unsettles people. When someone expects a reaction and you give them none, they lose balance. They push, you remain steady. They provoke, you don't move. That's why silence is powerful. It communicates strength without effort. It shows that you are not easily shaken, that you cannot be manipulated. Let's be clear, silence is not weakness. It doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. It doesn't mean avoiding boundaries. It means choosing your responses instead of reacting impulsively. When you respond with silence rather than raw emotion, you gain time. Time to think, time to decide whether the situation even deserves your energy. Imagine someone trying to provoke you, an insult in public, a sharp comment meant to trigger you. Most people take the bait, but when you remain calm, when you meet it with silence, something shifts. The attention moves away from you and onto them. They begin to look unstable. You appear controlled. Why? Because you've shown their words couldn't reach you. And here's the deeper truth. Silence doesn't just protect your power, it strengthens it. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you reinforce the belief that you are in control. And confidence grows strongest in moments like these, when you prove to yourself that nothing outside you can pull your strings. It makes your words carry more weight when you finally choose to speak. When you speak less, but speak with calm certainty, people listen. They sense that you don't waste words. They know that if you're speaking, it matters. That's how leaders communicate. That's how grounded, confident people move through the world. So, how do you build this skill? Start by noticing your triggers. Pay attention to the moments when emotion starts rising, when someone criticizes you, disagrees with you, or tries to provoke you. That is your pause point. Don't rush to respond. Take a breath. Let silence step in before emotion does. Most of the time, you'll realize something important. No response is needed at all. And in the rare moments when you do speak, your words will come from clarity, not impulse. You don't owe everyone a reaction. You don't have to defend yourself every time someone questions you. You don't need to fight every battle offered to you. Sometimes the strongest move is doing nothing. Silence is not empty. It is loaded with control. Notice how this shifts the way people see you. Someone who reacts emotionally is predictable, easy to push, easy to manipulate. But someone who remains calm, quiet, and unmoved, that person is dangerous. You can't get under their skin. You can't shake their focus. You can't pull them into chaos. Dangerous confidence isn't about shouting louder than others. It's about standing firm while others shout and not moving. It's choosing stillness when others expect an explosion. It's showing that your emotions belong to you, not to anyone else. The next time someone tries to drag you into their drama, remember this: silence is your shield. Silence is your strength. Silence is your power. Use it, and you'll discover just how unshakable you really are. Chapter 6. Let your body speak first. Before you say a single word, your body has already spoken. People notice how you walk, how you stand, how you sit, how you look at them. Within seconds, an impression is formed, long before your voice enters the conversation. That is the silent language of confidence, and it's often louder than words. Here's the reality. When your words and your body language don't match, people always believe your body. You can say, "I'm confident," but if you're slouched, avoiding eye contact, fidgeting constantly, no one believes it. On the other hand, you can say very little, but if your posture is upright, your movements controlled, your gaze steady, people feel your presence immediately. So what does it mean to let your body speak first? It means entering a room like you belong there, standing tall, shoulders relaxed, chest open, head level. Not with arrogance, but with quiet certainty. It means your hand shape is firm, not rushed. Your eye contact is steady, not apologetic. You don't shrink, flinch, or rush out of discomfort. Think about the people you naturally respect when they enter a space. They don't announce themselves. They don't try to impress. They don't explain who they are. Their presence already says enough. That's not luck, that's body language. And here's the deeper part. Your body doesn't just communicate to others, it trains your mind. Sit small, and your mind feels small. Hide your posture, and your mind believes it should hide too. But when you sit upright, move deliberately, and take up space calmly, your mind receives a new message. I am steady. I am capable. I belong here. The body and mind are always talking to each other, and sometimes the fastest way to change your mindset is to change your posture first. This isn't about acting or pretending. It's not about becoming someone fake. It's about removing the habits that quietly undermine you. The hunched shoulders, the nervous movements, the restless eyes. These habits send signals you may not notice, but others do, instantly. Remove them and everything shifts. Here's a simple practice. The next time you enter a room, pause at the doorway. Take one slow breath. Straighten your posture. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your head slightly. Then walk in, not rushed, not hesitant, just present. That single adjustment changes how others perceive you and how you perceive yourself. Another practice, eye contact. Not staring, not aggressive, just calm, steady connection. Hold it a moment longer than feels comfortable, and notice how your confidence grows without saying a word. Not in an aggressive or overpowering way, but in a calm, grounded way that quietly says, I see you, and I'm comfortable being seen. Most people break eye contact too quickly because uncertainty creeps in. Train yourself to hold it just 1 second longer. That single second speaks confidence without a word. When your body communicates certainty, you don't need to oversell yourself. You don't need to force attention or push for recognition. People feel it, and when they feel it, something changes. They listen more closely, they respect your space, they place more weight on what you say. Dangerous confidence isn't about raising your voice. It's about entering a space with such quiet certainty that you become impossible to ignore. Your body tells the story before your mouth ever does, so let your body speak first. Walk tall, sit with stability, make eye contact, move with intention. Because when your presence already signals strength, your words only confirm what people have sensed all along, that you are someone worth listening to. Chapter 7. Stop reacting, start leading. Most people live in reaction mode. Something happens and they respond. Someone criticizes them and they defend themselves. Someone disrespects them and they snap back. Someone praises them and suddenly they feel valuable. Their emotional state is constantly controlled by whatever comes next. That isn't confidence, that's dependence. As long as you are reacting, you are not leading. Think about it. The reactive person is always one step behind. They allow circumstances to dictate their mood, energy, and decisions. But leaders do the opposite. They set the tone. They choose the direction. They don't wait for life to happen. They shape what happens next. That's the difference between being ruled by circumstances and being in command of your own life. Here's the uncomfortable truth. When you react to everything, people learn how to control you. They discover your triggers. They know which words provoke you, which behaviors make you defensive, which silences make you uneasy. But the moment you stop reacting, when you stay calm, grounded, and deliberate, their influence disappears. They can't pull your strings anymore. That's when confidence starts to look dangerous because you become untouchable. And leadership doesn't begin with leading others. It begins with leading yourself. It means choosing your actions instead of letting them be chosen for you. It means setting the pace instead of constantly adjusting to someone else's rhythm. It means asking a better question, not how should I respond to this, but what do I want to create here? Let's make this real. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone challenges your idea. The reactive person jumps in immediately, defending, explaining, sometimes even getting emotional. The leader pauses, listens, responds calmly, or chooses to redirect the discussion toward the bigger goal. That pause alone shifts the energy of the room. Now think about relationships. When you're reactive, your emotions rise and fall with someone else's mood. If they're tense, you become tense. If they're calm, you relax. But when you lead, you remain steady. You hold your emotional ground, and often others begin to follow your calm instead of you being pulled into their chaos. Leadership isn't about controlling people. It's about mastering yourself so completely that your presence influences everything around you. People naturally follow those who are clear, composed, and consistent, those who aren't thrown off by every small wave. And you don't need a title, status, or spotlight to do this. You need self-discipline. So how do you move from reacting to leading? Start by slowing down. Don't hand the wheel to your emotions. Pause before you respond. Ask yourself, what outcome do I want here? And how can I move toward it? That single moment of awareness can change everything. Next, set intentions before situations happen. If you're about to enter a stressful environment, decide in advance, I will stay calm. I will listen before I speak. I will not give away my power. When you do this consistently, you stop living in reaction mode and start moving with direction. And that's when confidence becomes unmistakable. I will stay calm. I will speak with clarity. I will not allow anyone to knock me off balance. When you enter a situation with this mindset, you take control before anything even happens. You lead instead of reacting. And remember this, leadership is not about proving anything to anyone. It's about owning yourself. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to control every outcome. You only need to control you. That calm, centered self-control is magnetic. People feel it instantly. They start paying attention to you without you ever demanding it. Dangerous confidence is born when you stop letting the world decide how you act, when you stop reacting to every trigger and begin moving with intention. You rise above the noise. You stop playing defense and start setting the direction. And once you make that shift, you are no longer at the mercy of life. Life begins responding to you. Chapter 8. Make discomfort your home. Confidence is not built in comfort. It is built in the uncomfortable spaces most people avoid. Think about it. The moments that shaped you were never the easy ones. They were the moments where you felt unsure, nervous, maybe even afraid, and you stepped forward anyway. That's where growth happens. That's where dangerous confidence is forged. Most people spend their lives running from discomfort. They choose what feels safe, what feels familiar, what doesn't demand too much from them. And the result is simple. They don't grow. They stay the same. They play small. And deep down, they know it. That's why so many people feel insecure, not because they lack potential, but because they've never tested it. Confidence isn't created by telling yourself you're strong. It's created by placing yourself in situations that prove you are. When you embrace discomfort, you collect evidence. Every time you step into uncertainty, every time you do something that scares you just a little, you walk away knowing, I can handle this. And the more proof you gather, the harder it becomes to shake you. Here's the truth most people miss. Discomfort never disappears. Life will always challenge you, but you can train yourself to feel comfortable inside discomfort. That's the real shift. Instead of seeing discomfort as danger, you start seeing it as training. Instead of avoiding it, you lean into it. And over time, what once terrified you becomes normal. Think back to the first time you did something new. Speaking in front of others, starting something unfamiliar, walking into a room where you knew no one. Your body was tense, your thoughts were loud. But if you kept showing up, the fear faded. Why? Because repetition rewires your mind. What once felt overwhelming becomes routine. That's the power of leaning into discomfort. So where do you begin? Start small. Stretch yourself just beyond what's comfortable. Speak up when you'd normally stay quiet. Start a conversation you'd usually avoid. Say yes to a challenge you'd normally decline. Each small push expands your capacity. Then go bigger. Choose goals that scare you, not because you might fail, but because they demand growth. The gym teaches this perfectly. If you only lift what's easy, nothing changes. Growth happens when the weight feels heavy, when your muscles shake, when resistance forces adaptation. Life works the same way. Your mental and emotional strength only grows under pressure. And here's the reward. The more discomfort you face, the more resilient you become. Failure stops terrifying you because you've survived it. Challenges stop intimidating you because you've overcome them before. Doubt fades because you now have proof of your strength. That is real confidence. Not words, not motivation, experience. So the next time fear shows up, pause and reframe it. Instead of thinking, I don't want to feel this, tell yourself, this is where I get stronger. That one shift changes everything. Discomfort stops being the enemy. It becomes your teacher. Dangerous confidence isn't built by living an easy life. It's built by living a life that stretches you, sharpens you, and constantly reminds you of what you're capable of. Embrace discomfort. Seek it. Live in it until it feels normal. Have you noticed how the most influential people in a room are often the quietest? They don't rush to fill every pause. They don't dominate conversations with endless words. Instead, they wait. They observe. And when they finally speak, everyone leans in. That is not accidental. That is confidence. Most people talk excessively because silence makes them uncomfortable. They fear that if they stop, attention will drift, or worse, they'll be forgotten. So they pile on words, explanations, and stories, trying to prove their value. Here's the truth. The more you speak without purpose, the less impact your words have. Real confidence isn't measured by how much you say, it's measured by how much your words matter. The formula is simple. Speak less, mean more. Every sentence should carry intention. Every response should be deliberate. Every pause should remind others that you are calm, composed, and not desperate for attention. Think about it. Someone who talks constantly is easy to tune out. Someone who speaks sparingly but with clarity and focus. People pay attention. They lean in. They anticipate. Few words delivered with precision carry authority. That's why true leaders don't chatter. They conserve energy. They speak with purpose. Each word is like a tool, sharp, effective, direct. Practical steps to practice. Slow down. Don't feel pressured to answer immediately. A small pause signals confidence. It shows that you are deliberate, not scrambling for approval. Trim the excess. Replace long explanations with short, clear statements. Yes, no, that works for me. Simple, firm, and unshakable. People respect that. Listen more. Listening is more powerful than speaking. Most people listen only to respond. Confident individuals listen to understand. When you truly listen, you gather insight, others' motives, fears, and intentions. And when you respond, your words are sharper because they're grounded in understanding. Think back to conversations with people who interrupted constantly. Didn't it feel exhausting? Now think of someone who listened carefully and responded concisely. Which one commanded more respect? Always the second. The power of silence. Speaking less doesn't mean staying silent all the time. It's about balance. Speak when it matters. Stay quiet when it doesn't. Silence is your ally. When you speak sparingly, you give others space to reveal themselves. People unconsciously share their insecurities, intentions, and weaknesses when left uninterrupted. Meanwhile, you remain calm, observant, and in control. This is an advantage most people miss. They're too busy trying to prove themselves. Your challenge. Over the next few days, cut your words in half. When you feel the urge to over-explain, pause. When silence tempts you to fill it, resist. Let your presence speak louder than your voice. You'll notice a shift. People lean in when you speak. They seek your input instead of ignoring it. They respect your words because you use them sparingly. Most importantly, you'll feel more control. Your speech will come from choice, not insecurity. Remember, dangerous confidence doesn't shout. It doesn't ramble. It doesn't beg for attention. It speaks less and commands more. Rejection. Just hearing the word makes most people uneasy. Nobody likes being turned down, overlooked, or dismissed. But here's the truth. Rejection can be one of the most powerful tools for building confidence if you know how to use it. The difference between those who crumble under rejection and those who rise stronger lies in perspective. Most people take rejection personally. They hear a no and think, "I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed," or "I should just give up." They tie rejection to their identity instead of seeing it for what it really is: feedback, redirection, a challenge designed to make them stronger, not smaller. Think about history's most confident achievers, authors who were rejected dozens of times before becoming bestsellers, entrepreneurs whose ideas were mocked before building billion-dollar companies, athletes cut from teams before becoming legends. Rejection didn't break them, it sharpened them. It forced them to refine their skills, toughen their mindset, and fuel their determination. You can train yourself to see rejection the same way. Rejection is not the end of your journey, it's the whetstone for your confidence. Every no you face is a chance to grow more resilient, more focused, more unshakable. Chapter 11. Detach from outcomes. Most people's confidence rises and falls based on what happens next. They tie their sense of self to results, reactions, or the approval of others. But real, unshakable confidence comes when you anchor yourself in who you are, not in what happens. Think about it. How often have you held back because you feared the outcome? You didn't apply for the job because rejection scared you. You stayed silent in a meeting, worried about what people would think. You avoided taking risks because failure seemed unbearable. This is attachment to outcome. It paralyzes you. It keeps you at the mercy of circumstances. The power of detachment. When you detach, everything changes. You stop obsessing about whether people will like, approve, or applaud you. You focus on giving your best effort and let the results unfold naturally. Freedom replaces fear. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring or stop trying. It means you stop tying your identity to results. You control what you can, your effort, preparation, attitude, and release the rest. Think of an athlete. They train for months, but they cannot control the referee, the weather, or their opponent. All they can control is their preparation, effort, and focus. Even if the outcome isn't in their favor, they walk away knowing they gave everything, and their value isn't diminished. Why detachment strengthens you. It makes you harder to manipulate. Rewards and threats lose their power over you. Your calm focus increases because fear no longer controls your actions. You act from certainty, not desperation, which ironically leads to better performance. Practical steps to detach. Shift your language. Instead of, "I have to win," say, "I'll do my best, and whatever happens, I'll learn." Instead of, "They need to like me," say, "I'll show up as myself, and the right people will respect that." Focus on process, not results. Build habits, routines, and standards you control. In work, concentrate on consistency, not perfection. In relationships, focus on honesty and authenticity, not reactions. Remember your resilience. You've survived setbacks before, failures, disappointments, rejections. That proves you can endure without needing perfect outcomes. Dangerous confidence doesn't come from controlling what happens. It comes from controlling yourself and trusting that no matter the result, you'll adapt, grow, and keep moving forward. Stop gripping so tightly. Give your best, stay true, and let the outcome unfold. The moment you detach, you step into freedom, a confidence no one can shake. Chapter 12. Set boundaries without apology. Confidence isn't just how you carry yourself in public, it's also about protecting yourself in private. One of the clearest signs of real confidence is the ability to set boundaries and uphold them without guilt, without flinching, and without feeling the need to apologize. Boundaries are not walls, they are lines that safeguard your time, energy, and self-respect. If you don't set them, the world will quietly overstep. People will take your time, drain your energy, and disregard your limits, leaving you reactive and resentful rather than steady and empowered. Chapter 12 continued. Set boundaries without apology. If you don't set limits, people will gladly run right over you. It's not about them being cruel, it's human nature. People will take as much as you allow. Give unlimited time and they'll take it. Let them interrupt and it keeps happening. Never say no, and yes becomes expected forever. Confidence means knowing your value and protecting it. You don't waste your energy on things that don't matter. You don't let toxic people drain you. You don't say yes when you know your answer should be no. Saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you strong. It shows you respect yourself enough to protect your peace. Think about how many times you've said yes just to avoid conflict. Maybe you agreed to plans you didn't want, took on work you couldn't handle, or tolerated someone speaking down to you. Each time, a small piece of your confidence chipped away. Not because of them, but because of what you allowed. Confidence grows when you decide, this is where I draw the line. Here's the key. You don't need to justify your boundaries. Too often, people over-explain. "I'm sorry, I can't because," followed by a long list of excuses. But no is a complete sentence. "That doesn't work for me. I'm not available. I've decided not to do that." Short, calm, unapologetic. That's strength. That's clarity. At first, setting boundaries feels uncomfortable. You might feel guilty or worry people will think you're cold, but over time, you'll notice something. People respect you more when you hold boundaries. They may not like it immediately, but they take you seriously. They see that you are not easily manipulated, not desperate for approval, and not willing to compromise your peace for temporary comfort. And the bonus? The right people, those who genuinely care, will honor your boundaries. They'll admire them. The wrong people, the ones who try to take advantage, may get upset. If that happens, consider it confirmation that your boundary was necessary. Boundaries aren't about pushing people away, they're about protecting your space so you can invest fully in the things that matter: your goals, your dreams, your relationships. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're essential. How to start? Identify one area where you feel tension or resentment. That's where a boundary is missing. A coworker overloading you with tasks, a friend taking more than they give, or your own habit of overcommitting. Decide your line. Enforce it calmly. Confidence isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about living with integrity. And integrity means protecting what matters, even when others don't understand. Dangerous confidence is being able to say no without shaking, hold your ground without guilt, Protect your energy like it's your most valuable resource, because it is. Set your boundaries, hold them firm, never apologize for respecting yourself. Real confidence doesn't come from what you say yes to, it comes from the power of what you refuse to accept. Chapter 13. Stand calm in chaos. Confidence isn't truly tested when everything is smooth. Anyone can look composed when the plan is working. The real test is how you carry yourself when chaos hits. When the room gets loud, when people panic, when nothing goes according to plan. Most people fall apart. They rush, overreact, and let their emotions take control. Chapter 13. Stand calm in chaos. Poor decisions often come from rushing. When everything seems to be falling apart, most people panic. They try to fix everything at once, desperate to regain control. That's when mistakes multiply. But the people who stand out, the ones who earn respect effortlessly, are those who stay calm. They slow down when others speed up. They breathe when everyone else holds their breath. They speak steadily when others are shouting. That calmness is rare, and that's what makes it powerful. Think about someone who remains composed in stressful moments. You feel safer around them. You sense that things will be okay. Even if the situation is difficult, their calm transfers to you. That's the essence of presence. The good news? You can train yourself to be that person. Chaos doesn't break people. It's their reaction that does. The challenge might be messy, the event may be tough, but it's your response that determines whether you crumble or rise. If you let yourself get swept up in the storm, you lose control. Anchor yourself in calm, and you regain it. How to stand calm in chaos. Control your breathing. When panic hits, your body tenses and your breathing becomes shallow. Fight that instinct. Slow, steady breaths tell your body, I am not in danger. I am in control. That small act creates space between the chaos and your reaction. Manage your pace. People often rush in stressful situations, thinking speed will solve everything. But haste usually leads to mistakes, and mistakes create more chaos. The confident person moves deliberately with clarity. Their steady pace says, I am grounded. I am unshaken. Keep your voice calm. Chaos thrives on noise. If you match it with panic, you fuel the storm. Speak slower, softer, and grounded. Even if you don't have all the answers, your calm tone reassures others. It positions you as someone people can trust. Standing calm isn't pretending nothing is wrong. It's refusing to let chaos control you. It's keeping your center when everything around you tries to pull you off balance. When done consistently, people notice. They see you as reliable, strong, and capable of leadership, even if you never asked for the role. Here's the deeper truth. Staying calm isn't just for others, it's for you. Each time you remain grounded in a storm, you remind yourself of your own strength. You prove that chaos doesn't break you, it reveals you. That proof builds confidence that lasts far beyond the moment. So the next time life throws chaos at you, pause, breathe, slow down, anchor yourself. Decide you will not be another panicked voice in the storm. You will be the calm in the room. Dangerous confidence doesn't scream, run, or collapse. It stands tall, steady, and unwavering. Master this, and nothing in the world can truly shake you. Chapter 14. Train until skill becomes certainty. Confidence isn't magic. It doesn't appear out of thin air, and it isn't just a mindset or a positive affirmation whispered in the mirror. Real, lasting confidence is built on something much deeper: competence. When you've trained until a skill becomes second nature, you stop hoping you're good enough. You start knowing it. That shift from doubt to certainty is where dangerous confidence is born. Think about anything you've ever mastered, big or small. Learning to drive, cooking a dish, or speaking in front of a group. At first, you were nervous, you questioned yourself, but through practice, it became easier. Eventually, what once felt intimidating started to feel natural. That's the power of repetition. Most people want confidence without the work. They want to feel certain before earning it. It doesn't work that way. You don't wait to feel confident. You act repeatedly until your actions create confidence. Here's the truth. Skill builds belief. Every time you show up and execute, your confidence grows. Train until skill becomes certainty. Every time you practice, every time you push through mistakes, you embed confidence into your very being. But here's the crucial point. It's not just about showing up, it's about practicing with purpose. Half-hearted effort doesn't build confidence. Going through the motions doesn't create mastery. You have to challenge yourself. You have to stretch beyond comfort. When you know you've trained harder, longer, and smarter than most people ever will, it changes how you carry yourself. You don't need to boast. You don't need to prove anything. Others simply notice. Your certainty shows in how you move, how you speak, how you occupy space. Think about a professional athlete on the field. They don't question if they can handle the game. They've done the work countless times. Repetition has built muscle memory. Their mind trusts their body trusts their mind. That kind of preparation creates certainty no one can take away. Now imagine applying that principle to your life, your career, your communication, your relationships. Imagine putting in the deliberate effort where your skills become so natural that self-doubt disappears. You simply perform. That is the quiet power people sense without you ever needing to announce it. How to build skill into certainty. Identify areas where doubt holds you back. Is it speaking confidently? Leading a team? Staying composed under pressure? Once you know, commit to improving deliberately. Read, study, practice, and repeat until the skill becomes second nature. Discomfort isn't a setback, it's a signal you're growing. Embrace mistakes. Every misstep is a lesson. Every failure is part of practice. Confidence isn't the absence of mistakes, it's the ability to keep moving until mistakes no longer control you. Measure your progress. Review your growth regularly. Notice how challenges that once intimidated you now feel manageable. That awareness strengthens your belief in yourself. The beauty of skill-based confidence is that no one can take it away. Compliments fade, approval disappears, but your abilities remain. Dangerous confidence doesn't shout, it doesn't need to convince anyone. It comes quietly, built from the work you've done until you no longer say, "I think I can." You say, "I know I can." Train until skill becomes certainty. That's when confidence turns steady, unshakable, and undeniable. It's earned, not given. Chapter 15. Live as if you need nothing. The ultimate level of confidence is living as if you need nothing. Not because you don't appreciate success, recognition, or relationships, but because you are not dependent on them. When your sense of worth, peace, and identity no longer hinge on what others give or take away, you experience a freedom most people never reach. Live as if you need nothing. Most people live in a constant state of need. They seek approval to feel secure. They crave attention to feel important. They rely on results to feel proud of themselves. And because they are always needing, they are always chasing. They chase validation, they chase applause, they chase things that vanish the moment they grasp them. The more they chase, the weaker they feel. Now, imagine walking through life without that hunger for approval. Imagine pursuing your goals not because you need them to complete you, but because you choose them as an expression of who you already are. Imagine enjoying success without being defined by it. Imagine forming relationships based on choice, not desperation. That is what it means to live as if you need nothing. Living this way doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean isolating yourself or rejecting good things. It means you build yourself so strongly from the inside that you remain unshaken, even if external things disappear. You carry your own validation, your own peace, your own power. That is what makes you dangerous, because no one can manipulate your need. Think about it. Someone who desperately seeks approval can be influenced. Someone who desperately needs money can be bought. Someone who desperately needs love may settle for less than they deserve. Need is weakness. But when you act as if you already have everything you need within yourself, you cannot be controlled. You cannot be bribed. You cannot be broken. This is the mindset of the strongest leaders, the most unshakable people. They enjoy success without being enslaved by it. They enjoy relationships without letting them define their worth. They pursue progress without collapsing at setbacks. Their identity isn't tied to outcomes, approval, or possessions. Their confidence flows from within. How to start living as if you need nothing. Shift your focus inward. Instead of asking, "What can people give me?" ask, "What can I give myself?" Respect, discipline, and purpose are things no one can hand you. They must be built daily. The more you provide for yourself, the less you crave from others. Practice gratitude. Appreciate what you already have. Gratitude eliminates desperation. It reminds you that you are already rich in lessons, growth, and resilience. Remember that everything external is temporary. Money can be lost, applause fades, people come and go, but your character, your principles, and how you carry yourself, those are permanent. Build your foundation there, and loss no longer intimidates you. Living as if you need nothing doesn't make you cold, it makes you magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who don't beg for attention, who don't cling, who don't overextend. Neediness repels, but inner strength attracts. Those who act from self-sufficiency radiate abundance, and abundance is irresistible. This is the ultimate stage of confidence, when you no longer chase approval, when rejection no longer intimidates you, when validation is internal instead of external. You are free. You act out of choice, not compulsion. You live from a place of power that no one can take away. Conclusion: the power of dangerous confidence. Confidence is not about shouting louder than everyone else. It's not about forcing people to notice you, chasing approval, or pretending to be someone you're not. True confidence is calm. It's steady. It's a presence that doesn't need to prove itself because it already knows its value. The most dangerous form of confidence, the kind this book has been guiding you toward, comes from one simple truth. You react to nothing, and therefore, nothing controls you. Throughout this journey, you've explored the principles that build unshakable self-belief. You've learned how to stop over-explaining yourself, master your inner voice, and earn respect before expecting confidence. You've discovered the power of silence, the authority of body language, and the shift from reacting to leading. You've seen that growth lives in discomfort, that speaking less commands more, and that rejection can fuel your strength. You've practiced detaching from outcomes, setting boundaries without apology, standing calm in chaos, and training until skill becomes certainty. And finally, you've uncovered the ultimate level of confidence, living as if you need nothing. This journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about building yourself day by day into someone who no longer bends to every opinion, no longer crumbles under pressure, and no longer waits for permission to step into their own power. True confidence is quiet, yet undeniable. It doesn't announce itself. It's written in the way you move, speak, and carry yourself through life's storms. So take these lessons and live them. Don't just understand them. Apply them in conversations, challenges, and the moments when life tries to shake you. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the strongest version of yourself. When you learn to react to nothing, you gain control over everything. You become untouchable. You remain steady in a noisy world. You become a person others can't ignore, not because you demand attention, but because your presence itself commands it. That is the power of dangerous confidence. And the best part? It's already inside you, waiting to be claimed. Go. Live it. Own it. Be it.